So welcome back to the Arduino Robotics series. Today we're going to learn how to control this servo motor down there. Thing moving, rotating the wheels. Yep. So we're going to use the circuit we built last time, and let's get started. So welcome back to our build. Last time we built this wonderful circuit here that uses Bluetooth to light, well, not to light, but to turn on and off an LED. Today, we're going to add a servo motor to this circuit because, you know, the car uses a servo motor, the little robotics car here. So we've got a servo motor here. We're going to learn how to wire it to this circuit, but you know, just to show what this circuit could do again, you should have built this in the last video. If you haven't seen that video, you want to watch it because we're going to use that same circuit and build on it. We're going to add to it. So if you don't have that done, you can't add to it. Yeah, but here we go. So if we get on to Bluetooth here again, you know you'll connect to Bluetooth because that light again will stop blinking and turn solid like that. So we can turn on an LED, you know, on and off by sending a 0 and a 1. We want to change that though, because I want the servo motor to come first, so we're going to make that 0 and 1. We're going to change the LED to turn on and off based on a different command we're going to send it, which will be 2 and 3. And we're going to keep adding on to this process. So hopefully you get the idea that if you get the LED light on and off, you can make a buzzer turn on and off, you can make the motor turn on and off, you can make the servo motor do X or Y. And we're just going to keep adding code by sending different numbers, because it's simple that way. Yeah, so let's get started. So this wonderful servo motor has 3 pins. I plugged in wires here to be able to plug it into the Arduino. These wires are stabby end to stabby end, so both ends are pointy. Like if I pull out one of these wires, yeah, you get a pointy end, you get a pointy end. So stabbyify back in there. Now for this wonderful thing here, there's some things you want to know. First off, brown is ground, red is positive, and that orange wire down there, the last wire, that's data. That's what's going to tell the servo motor to turn. So let's go and plug these in. You can know that this is a positive wire, right, red? The orange wire or brown wire on the motor is, I should switch those. Let's make the brown yellow, because I don't have a brown stabby end wire. Let's make the orange wire orange, so you know it stays consistent, more consistent. So this orange wire in the code I have hooked up to pin 3. So we want this orange wire right here to be hooked up to pin 3. So take it, find pin 3 on this board of all these wonderful pins. Pin 3 is right here near the beginning, right? Pin 3, stabby. We take this, which is supposed to be hooked up to voltage, right? Now we come to a problem. The voltage is already being used by the Bluetooth, right? Like that's being used. So I'm going to try moving the Bluetooth to 3.5 for now. So I'm going to take this Bluetooth wire right here, and I'm going to move it to 3.5. So 3.5 is right. It's right there, right? I'm going to hook up the servo motor to 5 volts for now. Later I'm going to hook them both up to 5 volts, and I'll show you how to do that, but that'll be in a future project probably. So 5 volts is right there. So I'm going to plug this into 5 volts right here. Stabby. So you can see that red wire goes to 5 volts hopefully. And lastly, this yellow wire is ground again, so we're going to move it to ground. So the second ground right here, so we're just going to stabify it in there. Now again, we're out of grounds at this point, so for future things we're going to add, we're going to have to expand this onto a breadboard, or even you could solder wires together and then have them share a ground or 5 volts. We'll do that later. Welcome to coding. To program this thing, all you have to do is stabify it into the computer, right? Put in a USB port through the printer cable, this blue cable here. Once you have it hooked up, you want to start uploading code to it. So we're going to upload code to it. So now LED flickered on, which means the code is uploaded. Now let's test it. So welcome back. So let's test this. We've uploaded code. Let's go ahead and connect. So we'll connect because the Bluetooth module will quit blinking, right? Cool. Now let's give it a try. So now you can see that servo motor moves when we send it 0s and 1s, and the LED can still light on and off when we send it the 3 and 4. Of course, just show some try to show some proof here. Get this on here. Oh man, let's reset it. I don't know why that knocked it out. Try it again. So we can move it by sending 0s and 1s. There has to be a loose wire somewhere. Turn the LED on and off to 3s and 4s. Keep accidentally hitting the LED. But yeah, there you go. That's the test. So now we have a servo motor that can turn. We have an LED that can turn on and off. Now if you want a servo motor to speed up, you see that M+5 value in the code. You'd increase that to like M+15, M+20. That will speed up how fast this motor turns when you're hitting the left and right keys. And you want a error right now, not really an error, but somewhat of an error, right? We'll reset the board again. Hit the reset button here. You notice the servo motor defaults to this angle. If you want to change the angle which it's default at, you want to change the initial servo position, which is that line of code right there. If you change that number, you'll affect where this is located, so that when we push these keys, it doesn't rotate like that. You want it probably not to, you don't want your car to initially just turn to a weird angle, probably when you start it up. So that's a simple fix. You just have to play around with that and figure out what number to set it to initially. But yeah, there you go. And that's a servo motor controlled with code. Cool.